On today's episode of FroTube, we're reviewing the Phaiser BHS-750. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is to install the earbuds and the wingtips. Putting the wingtips on is pretty straightforward. You just got to know what direction to put them on because one pair you can put on different than the other. Depending how you're going to wear the earphones is how you're going to put the wingtips on. Now there's two different kinds of wingtips. There's the one with the it's got a little plastic piece in the middle, kind of makes it more stable, and then there's the thicker one that's actually really rigid. I couldn't wear those; they hurt my ear. But the one with the kind of rubber piece in the middle of them, that's the ones that I tend to wear a lot. But as you can see here, they're pretty simple to put on. That's the single piece there. And then your earbuds, these are a little tricky as you can tell to get on. You just gotta see how I'm pulling that back there. You just kind of gotta, it's hard to do in the camera too, so realize that. But you just kind of gotta get that rubber piece out and push it on, and then taking them on. Taking them off is just basically pulling on them to get them off. It's pretty simple. So now I'm just going to show you how the indicator lights work. So basically I'm just going to plug them in kind of to show you what they look like when you're charging them, and how easy it is just to, that's a power bank there that I'm using, and then a small micro USB cable that I had from another product. But as you can tell there, it's red when it's charging, and then when it gets fully charged, which I didn't get to show you, it turns solid blue. Now I'm turning the device on, and as you can tell, it blinks blue a couple times, and then when you turn it off, it turns red and goes off. Now it also has voice activation in your ear, so you'll be able to tell when it comes on when you have them in your ear. I couldn't demonstrate that through the review, but yeah, there is an indication that says that it's powered on and pairing and all that stuff. So what I'm doing now is just showing you how to pair the earbuds. So if you push and hold all three buttons down, it'll put it into pairing mode, and then you can connect up the two devices, which gives you the benefits of being able to listen to music on your computer and then like answering phone calls on your phone if somebody calls. Now, when you push the left and right button, which is the track skip forward and go back option, it allows you to change the equalizer. So there's three settings for the equalizer. Each one is a little bit different. So the first one's like a light treble, light bass. The middle one's a little bit more bass, and then the third one is heavy bass, which is great for like hip hop music. I tend to leave it on the middle one because I listen to a lot of different music, and it works for me. So when I'm not running or exercising, I usually take the wingtips off, and I'm kind of demonstrating that you don't have to take the earbuds out of your ear to, move the cord. I like to have it behind my neck sometimes, unless I'm in bed and leaning against a pillow, then it kind of tugs on my ear. So I'll take the cord and flip it around the front. So here I'm putting the wingtips in. I'm going to make the headset so you can actually have it over your ear. So you can do it either or. You can have it under your ear or you can have it over your ears. And I'd like to have it under my ear when I'm just relaxing or sitting inside. And then if, like I go running or want to go exercising, I'll put the wingtips on. Now you do have to flip the microphone, the remote. You have to flip it to the other side to do this. which is what I'm demonstrating. And then you got to put your wingtips on upside down so that they stay in your ear. Now, I have a little bit of difficulty doing this at the beginning, but once you get it right, it works really well. And then you can use the clips, the wire management clips, to hold the wire behind your head, which is the most comfortable for running and exercising, I think. But as you can tell, it's a little difficult to get the wingtips in the right way and then the earbuds on. But eventually I do get it. And then I'll show you how to do the wire management clips, or at least the way I do it. There are a couple other ways to do it, but it's pretty simple. I figured out a really easy way to get them adjusted right and to have you'll see here in a few minutes. So as you can see, I finally got them on the correct way. Looks like the left one needed to be turned a little bit, but of course I wasn't doing it in a mirror or anything, so it's really hard to see. So now that I got the earbuds situated in my ear, I'll go and I'm kind of just showing the back side of me. It's kind of hard to see the way I am, but uh, you kind of want to make an S pattern with your wire, and that's kind of how it looks. Sorry, it's kind of out of focus. And then you want to take it and set it on a table or a hard surface. Kind of keep that shape because that's, how tight it was against your head. And just set something on it because you have to get your wire management clips out. So this is the really tricky part. You have to figure out which clips to use. You have 4 different ones. So it all depends on how your wire is. And as you can see, I kind of messed up here at the beginning and had to switch out the clips. But once you get the general concept of it, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's little tabs on each one. So at the bottom, you want to have it's hard to see in this light, but on the bottom left, there's like a tab, a round circle, and you want to put that one at the bottom left-hand side, take your cord and kind of just stick it on the area like that. So you put the middle wire in the middle hole, and then you'll take the top loop and stick it on the top hole and just kind of leave it like that. And then you'll grab your other clip, one of the other 3, try to figure out which one it is. And usually it's the opposite. So you kind of have to fumble with it and figure it out. But wherever your loop is where you're going to use that tab. As you can see, the tab's on top there. You stick the bottom part of the loop in the middle. Then that extra wire at the bottom, you'll stick that in the bottom slot. So you'll see that here in a second. And then you'll take your loops that you have left and you'll stick that one on the top around the little tab. Then you'll stick the other one around the tab on the bottom. And then you just pull on the wire to tighten it. Now there's a couple other reviews for like the Jaybirds. They kind of have the similar system. So you can watch those videos, but this is the easiest way that I figured it out. As you can see, the wires are kind of shorter now, and it looks pretty cool in the back of your head. So you'll see that in a second. So after you get your wire management clips in, you'll want to just swing it around the back of your head like that. As you can see, it's still over my ear. The wire is still over my ear. And it kind of keeps a snug fit around your neck. And it makes it really comfortable to run and exercise, and then it doesn't really bother you. It's not on your neck or anything. It's just the bottom part of your head. And excuse me for not shaving. I've been sick for a couple days and just been too non-energetic to uh, do anything with myself. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. It's really comfortable and easy to wear, and that's the way I prefer to do it when I exercise and run and such like that. So the last thing I'm going to demonstrate is when you're sleeping and you only want to wear one earbud, you basically can just magnetize the other one to the one in your ear, and then you can lay in your bed. That's another way I've learned to love these things. All right, so there's a few more things I wanted to discuss about the Phaiser earbuds. I have a bunch of notes, so a lot of these things I couldn't really demonstrate. So as I said in the video, you compare two devices with the headset. So you could have like, what I normally do is when I watch TV, on my Apple TV, I'll hook up my headphones to that via Bluetooth and then pair them to my phone as well. So if I'm in the middle of watching something on TV, I can still get phone calls, and then if I have my sound on my phone, I can hear if I get text messages and stuff. So I don't have to have my phone right next to me, and I don't have to worry about having to pay attention to my phone when I'm trying to watch TV. I usually like to set my phone on the side to not have to worry about that. Let's see. You can wear your earphones over your ear or under your ear, depending on how you want to do it. Let me grab them here. So, as I was demonstrating in the video, you can have them like this, or like this under your ear, which is the easy way to do it. You don't have to fiddle with it. Like if you're just around the house, that's the easiest way. Or you can have it over your ear, but you need to swap the headset because of the way the wire is. So when you have it over your ear with the wire going over your ear, you want this part pointing up, and this part still goes in your ear. Now your controls are going to be flipped and the sounds are going to be flipped, but you're not going to be able to tell that much of a difference. But you have your wire going up like this. So I didn't really explain that in the video, but that's the reason you have to flip it, is that you have to have this point pointing up if you want it over your ear. Now if you want it under your ear, you want them pointing down, so you flip back. And this part right here always goes like inside your ear canal. So this part is straight here. I didn't realize that. I was having a hard time figuring that out, but I watched a few other videos. These are very similar to the Jaybirds, the Jaybird X2 and X3, more of the X2 than anything, because they have the similar wire management clips, and I don't know if the X3 has those or not. I didn't really look, but I saw a video of the X2 of how to do the wire management clips, because I had no idea how to do them. So I kind of taught myself their way and then kind of improved on it for these. So yeah, the easiest way, like I was showing you, is to have these in over your ear and then make the little S like this. So when it's on the back of your head, you make an S, kind of like this, and make it as tight as you can to the back of your head, or at least leave it a little bit loose, because when you move your head like this, it's gonna make a difference. But so that's how you start that process. Charge time. So I had somebody ask in my previous video how long they last when the volume is at 100%, and I did test that. I was getting a good 4 to 4.5 hours, if not more, battery life at 100%. I don't normally have it at 100%. I usually use my headphones at about 70, 75%. But at 100%, they last about 4 to 5 hours. Now at 70, I'd say in between 50 and 70%, you're getting about a good 4.5, 5 hours every time, no problems. Of course, they're going to last pretty much throughout the day if you have any standby time. But what I do is when I come home from work and I'm wanting to watch TV or listen to music, I'll put them on as soon as so I don't bother anybody else if they don't want to watch the same thing I'm watching, or if I'm watching YouTube on my phone, I can put those in and it doesn't bother anybody, and they last about 4 to 5 hours, almost every time. There is a battery percentage indicator, well, not percentage, but a battery level indicator in your ear. It'll say battery high, battery medium, and battery low as you turn them on. Now, when it gets to be about 10% left of battery, it'll tell you battery low about 10 minutes before they die. So you'll have enough time to finish what you're doing and plug them in. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to fully charge these from 0% to 100%. I did test that. The only thing that I have noticed to be a problem is when you first turn these on, it's always at 90% when you start out. It never goes to a full 100%, so I'm not sure why that is, but there is that. But as far as the value for the price of what you pay for these, in between $35 and $50, that's what I've seen them go for on Amazon. They are absolutely amazing. I'm very happy with them. I've been using them every day for the last week and a half since I bought them, and they work perfectly. The phone call quality, I did test that. It doesn't work very well. It's kind of, it works, but there's like a tinny noise when you're talking, and it's just not real clear. I don't know if that's all Bluetooth headsets, but this one is not the best, but it does work. And I did try to demonstrate this whenever I was doing the voiceover, but on this remote there's 3 buttons. So one button's for power, the other one's to skip, and the other one's to go back. And for volume, you can push and hold. And then if you push all 3, that puts it in the pairing mode. And then if you push these 2 while you're listening to the music, you can hear the change in tone. So you have like a talking tone, or like full treble, or a little bit of bass, a little bit of treble at the first one. And then the second level, the bass goes up, and it sounds really good for pop and most hip-hop music. And then the third level, there's only 3 on the equalizer. By pushing these 2, you can go to each level every time you push it. But the third level is mainly for like hip-hop. But I found the bass to be like overbearing so much that it would cut out the sound in the headphones. So I always left it at the second level. I listen to a lot of hip-hop, a lot of pop music, and for those types of sounds, the second one was great. That's the gist of the Phaiser BHS-750s. They are worth every penny that you pay for them. I love them. I've been using them every day. Now, if you want to see more reviews, I do have another pair of headphones coming up here that I'll be reviewing, the Apple AirPods. They should be here this weekend, so I'll be testing those out, and I'll do a review on those as well. And I know the sound of these are going to be a lot better than the sound of the AirPods, but at least from what I've heard. But you'll see that here in the next couple weeks. So if you got a chance to watch the whole video, please subscribe to me. I'm going to be making more videos like this about other products. I always have tons of technology products coming in and other things, so I'll be reviewing those. And like my video if this helped you out in any way. And thanks for watching FroTube. I am Fro, and have a great day.